Welcome back, everyone. This is Friar Nurgle and BasketMC with his bling bling pick. And here we are on day 7, and we are going to continue to fortify this village because it's very important to save the villagers. That's the entire goal.
Yep.
There we are. Okay. Well, I think we have a template already for our turrets for the corner.
Yep.
Basket is a machine with getting cobble, and we will just continue what we're doing, and hopefully you guys will enjoy watching.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's see, how bloody tall is this thing? I think that would be important to find out, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see, we went up to 76. And okay.
So which buildings did you create in Aftermath?
A lot of them.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of tough. I mean, we have had some excellent builders on our staff. Zosimos is one guy, and he is very, very skilled. He built the large skyscrapers. There's actually a couple of them. They're like really, really big office buildings, and there's some with different heights. And that building is really, really phenomenal. He also built the nuclear power plant. If you found that yet.
I haven't found one of those yet. No.
Yep. But as far as myself, I've built, let's see, a couple churches, countless houses. Let's see, built a refinery, water treatment plant, the numerous shopping centers. One thing that I did, and this is something that Zosimos came up with, was doing modular building. And what that basically entails is you just build small little modules that fit together, which, you know, can sometimes be a challenge, as you can imagine. Just trying to get everything to line up appropriately is a pain in the keister. But then the fun thing about that is with World Edit, you just paste them together, and then you can stack them up. Or actually, a lot of times what I would do is I would stack up the modules, so it would be, you know, each module would be different, and then you would rotate them. So then you would have a directional variant, and then you would puzzle piece them together inside of a building, and then all of a sudden, you know, these small little modules, now you have a skyscraper. So a lot of it was just building skins to skyscrapers, and then just slapping in these modules. And then I would go back and select each floor, because I built the modules with kind of a standard material. So the floor was always one thing, the cubicles were always another, the walls were another, the ceiling was another. And then that way I could go through and individually pick the floor and then change the materials. So as you're exploring, you go on through, and it doesn't feel like it's the same thing. Mm-hmm. You know, so, oh, this floor is red, this floor is blue, and even though it's kind of the same module, you know, it'll be like offices and some cubicles, it'll be facing a different direction. And then you throw on top of that the fact that the world gets decayed, and that the loot chests will be different and in different locations, and will have different things. It really just kind of takes it to the next level as far as, you know, map creation. So it's fun, but yeah, a lot of the the buildings were just really fun to do.
Yeah, they're fun to explore.
Mm-hmm. Would have never happened without World Edit. I couldn't even fathom trying to build everything by hand.
Yeah. Hey, how's the wall look like up there? You're working on Tower 2?
Yeah, Tower 2. I'm not that high though, but yeah, give me a little bit.
I have more blocks I can bring up for you if you're running low.
I'm doing okay. So now, how did you get hooked up with the Gopher crew?
Yeah, so this challenge is where I first ran into Max Ryder and Scody Garbitas, and then they both got onto the Inversion server. It's a SMP server that used to be around, and then so I was kind of watching their series, and then I think it was Scody, told the Gifted, who is the guy that runs the server. He told him, check out this guy Nathan Pelton, check out his channel and see it. And so then I got onto that server.
Awesome.
And then eventually that one kind of ended up disbanding around the same time that another server that a lot of people in the GopherCraft crew that they were playing on. That server kind of crashed, like the world got corrupted, and so that one's sort of the second version of that server ended up being kind of the GopherCraft server. And it's not exactly, because it's not, but that's sort of how it went down. Sorry. I'm trying to bring you stuff, but there wasn't the usual ladder.
Yeah, I apologize. Here, let me toss it up.
Anyway, yeah. So then they Gopher Boy, he created the here. There you go. There's a bunch of stuff.
Thank you. Yeah.
He created set up the server, and then the SMP server, and then we have all these other sort of variants like this one where he can. If you're out of space, I can grab some more of it. I have some junk I can get rid of.
I'll put a door there.
Okay.
And let's see. Yeah, I can get rid of that. Don't need that. Let's see. I can make that into sticks. That'll work for now. Thank you.
Cool. But yeah. So anyway, so that's the long version.
No,
yeah.
That's definitely cool.
It's
amazing the interesting people you end up meeting and hooking up with.
Right, and that's how I found out about Aftermath too, because I saw that I was after the MHC stuff, I became a big Scody fanboy. So then I was checking out his channel, and then he started playing on the Aftermath server. I think the rest of the group was already playing on it, and then he was joining up and trying to meet up with them. So it was the first long series of his videos was just him kind of slowly working his way over to the main group. So I really enjoyed watching their Aftermath series. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's great.
And they rage quit at the end.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is. One of the big controversies is the entire chaos aspect of it.
Right.
I know we're in beta right now. As far as even open beta, but the origin is trashed. I mean, it's just a big giant, mess.
Right.
And it just boggles my mind that, okay, you're supposed to be surviving, and yet we have people who are, making, enormous, portals to the nether and covering everything with lava. So we even had a big kind of discussion about lava placement today, and quite possibly restricting it and stuff like that. And at the end of the discussion, it was pretty much decided, okay, we're not going to do anything right now.
Right.
But I think one of the big things that because I enjoy building. and I'll still, right now our sandbox server that we build everything and keep everything in is offline because we're trying to use all of our resources because the one guy runs the server in his house.
Yeah.
So we're trying to run all the server resources for beta. So hopefully we'll be able to get to the point where we can get the sandbox back up, so I can get back to building, because that's really my forte. But one of the things that I do hope for is that we'll have continued involvement with all the staff when we maybe switch gears and start wanting to discuss additional gameplay as far as a different type of aftermath, taking it to a different level, which would be either kind of like a co-op version.
Okay.
Maybe take Aftermath and kick it up a notch to where it's just like really, really hard. There's some really cool plugins that allow the mobs to break through various blocks, to tower up to you name it.
Right.
And there's all sorts of things that you can do. So one of the things that I like is that, okay, let's make it to where it's like a Left 4 Dead or something like that you need other players to survive. You need to play together, just because it is so hard. And then maybe even make that whitelisted, for like donors only or something like that.
Sure.
Another way to look at it would be to do like and this is something that I've never really fooled around with, but would kind of love to get some experiences on, is to turn it into an adventure map.
Huh.
And that would literally be, you can't, break or place blocks unless it's, something unique or special or something of that nature. And I thought that would be really, really interesting for that type of a map. And then, we have a couple individuals who, have worked on, like writing books and stuff like that, the lore for the server.
Yeah.
And, I figured they would be very, very good at coming up with, some really cool quests and things of that nature that you would have to do, like a huge storyline behind what has happened to the world, and you have to solve it and everything of that nature. So I thought that having that be an adventure and actually using the cool resources that the adventure map has now would be really cool. Let's see, where were we? Yeah, 76. I went one too high on the other side.
Oops.
Whatever.
Yeah, the diamond pick is almost gone, so I switched to iron picks.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a spider somewhere. I can hear him. Maybe I'll come over here. Come on. There you go, buddy. Let me see. I didn't want to go up on top of the wall. With a spider coming after me.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see. So go down one.
Let's see.
Right.
This is the outer wall. Or no, it's this. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so.
It's about midnight.
Yep.
Let's see. Oops. Stupid blocks.
I guess if the inner wall and the outer wall are on different layers, I'll make it whichever one's the highest.
Yeah, that's fine. Fiddle, fiddle. Are you all ready for Mother's Day?
Yeah. I have, I mean, this is old news by the time this episode comes out, but, and my wife doesn't watch this thing. So I have, a card. We have a dog that we just got recently. And so I have a card from my dog to my wife.
Aw.
And so let me make sure I get this torched up. And so then, so I've been trying to get her paw print on this card. So every time she comes in from outside and she's kind of like dirty or whatever, before I clean her feet, I try and get her to stamp the card. But it's always just like, it's like just sort of wet. So it's like a wet blob instead of like a paw print like I want. So I may or may not like pull out the art supplies and see how that goes.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
But the problem is, yeah, it's a very, Ashes is very curious, and so she'd end up like just licking all the paint off, or I get the stamp, but then she'd break away from me and then just like make paw prints all over the whole house, and so we'll see. Are you ready?
Ready for what?
For Mother's Day.
Yeah, of course. Very, very important.
Yep.
Go.
Gotta chop down this garden.
Thank goodness it's not Save the Garden. That would be a ridiculous quest.
Yeah.
Now, how do the whatchamacallits, okay, sorry, never mind. My brain's not working. Too much food. How do the challenges get picked? Is it just something that Michael comes up with, or is there a voting process, or?
I think he just comes up with it. I mean, well, usually he comes up with it. So there's one time where he said, "Here are, 3 different options that people can pick from." And so then what he did in that, because what happens a lot of times if somebody dies, they'll sort of like, "Well, I died. I don't really care. I'm not going to post the episode." But everybody wants to see like how it went down.
Okay.
And so what he did for that month was, if you die in your death video, at the end, indicate what your vote is for what the next challenge is going to be between these 3, and so that encourages people to post their death video because they want to be able to vote for the next challenge. So, and that worked out pretty well. And then we ended up going with the one I wanted, which I think was actually the underground challenge. Was the winner for that month. Our pig just went inside the wall.
Oh, really? Oops.
Oh, well.
Out here.
But,
there's lots of creepers. Oh, for God's sake, seriously.
Did he blow up the wall?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I gotta find out. Let me see how bad it is. Actually, no.
Sweet.
There's just a hole out there.
Yeah, that's fine.
And maybe I'll work on another side, since I don't have a bow. Oh, he's burning up.
Oh, that means at the end of this episode.
It is.
Let me head over to you.
I'm coming to you.
All right, you come to me. I'm going to throw down torches so I don't forget. We don't have zombies in here.
I'll meet you up top.
Okay. All right.
All right, bud. Very successful. Well done. Gotta get the sun behind us.
We got 2 towers going.
2 towers, working on the 3rd. Nobody died.
Yep, nobody died.
Pig is still alive.
Yep, he'll be living in the wall. That's fine.
There we go. Well, thank you so much for watching. This is Friar Nurgle and BasketMC, the end of day 7. Dun dun dun.
See you guys.
Take care.